The studio lights burned bright. The cameras rolled. Millions of eyes across the nation tuned in. It was supposed to be just another morning talk show. Polished, lighthearted, predictable. But that day, something happened. Something no one expected. Because Whoopi Goldberg, with her unmistakable voice and commanding presence, looked across the table and accused Jonathan Roumie, the man beloved for playing Jesus in The Chosen, of hating the very figure he portrayed. The air froze. The audience gasped. And what came next left even Whoopi speechless. She leaned forward, her glasses low on her nose. "Jonathan," she said sharply, "you've built a career playing Jesus. But I've heard critics say you don't really believe. Some even say you hate the very faith you profit from. So tell me, are you a fraud?" The studio audience fell silent. No one dared to cough, to shuffle, to whisper. Jonathan Roumie sat still, his hands folded, his eyes steady. But inside his heart thundered. He had faced hard questions before, but never this. Never so direct, never so public. The weight of the moment pressed down. His career, his faith, his integrity, all balanced on what he would say next. A nervous laugh rippled from the audience. Whoopi didn't blink. She waited. Her words hung heavy, accusatory, almost daring him to defend himself. Jonathan leaned forward, his voice low, measured, carrying the kind of calm that only comes from conviction. "Whoopi," he began, "I don't hate Jesus. I don't just play him. I love him. And every time I step onto a set, every time I breathe life into that role, it is not performance. It is prayer." The audience shifted. Some leaned in. Others clasped their hands together, as if in church. But Whoopi raised a brow. "Prayer," she repeated. "On camera? For money?" Her words cut sharp. A few gasps scattered across the room. Jonathan didn't flinch. "Yes," he said, "because prayer doesn't end in silence. Prayer is lived. And if millions of people see a glimpse of love, of sacrifice, of forgiveness, then maybe, just maybe, they'll remember who he was." The room stilled. Whoopi opened her mouth to respond, but nothing came. The tension was thick. The audience could feel it. This wasn't just entertainment anymore. This was something deeper. One panelist shifted uncomfortably. Another looked down at her notes. The cameras zoomed closer, catching the emotion flickering across Jonathan's face. And then, breaking the silence, Jonathan spoke again. "You asked me if I'm a fraud. No, I'm a man who knows he's imperfect. But I also know this. You don't have to be perfect to love Jesus. You don't even have to play him. You just have to listen and love." His words hit like a wave. Simple, honest, unshakable. The audience erupted. Applause thundered through the studio. Some stood to their feet. Others wiped tears from their eyes. And for once, Whoopi Goldberg had no comeback. She sat back in her chair, eyes wide, mouth closed. Jonathan Roumie had left her, and the entire nation watching, utterly speechless. Later, clips of the moment spread online. People replayed it, shared it, argued about it, praised it. Some said Jonathan's words reignited their faith. Others said it reminded them of a truth they'd buried under years of doubt. But almost everyone agreed. What happened that day was more than television. It was a testimony. And maybe that's the lesson. Faith isn't about flawless answers. It's not about winning debates. It's about standing calm and steady when the world demands you fall. And sometimes, the strongest sermon isn't preached in a pulpit. It's spoken under the brightest lights, to the toughest critics, on live TV, and it leaves even the loudest voices silent.